In recent news, it all started when Sodapoppin jumped into a conversation that quickly turned into one of the most talked about moments in the streaming scene this week. During a podcast-style discussion, he didn't hold back. Instead of just giving general opinions, he directly took aim at the group known as the Core Boys, a fast-rising content house that's been pulling massive numbers across Twitch and social media. Here's Sodapoppin taking shots.
FaZe Bank's X's FaZe members, they made a new streaming org, and I couldn't help when I saw these. Look at these guys. They're so inspired and happy together. Who does that remind you of?
Not us.
Oh.
Create, own, run. What is it? Core? Core?
Yeah, it's Core. It's called Core.
Create, own, run everything.
So
the Core Boys.
Which is interesting because they rent their house.
Yeah, they don't own. How many of them have you bought? There's a good number. It ain't zero.
Can you assume the best of people for once, Chance?
No, I assume the worst, and I'm right most of the time.
You don't think these young boys have something to offer?
No.
I think some of them
they have something to offer, yeah. Some of them are pretty funny, but Viewbot, half of them, at least.
I mean,
half of them. There's 6. That's probably 3.
That's probably 3.
Listen, we can't even point the finger, bro.
Why?
Our own team is you know, so it's like...
You're right, our team is too. Not half of them.
Yes. So there's your answer.
There you go. It's all cooked. No, f it all. Burn it. But, you know, good for you guys. $20 million content house that's rented.
Sodapoppin went further, suggesting that not everything about their success adds up. He openly questioned their viewership, even throwing out the claim that a large portion of it could be artificial, implying that some of their numbers might be inflated. And that's where things escalated. On one side, a lot of people saw this as nothing more than bitterness from an older generation of streamers. Some pushed the idea that this is a recurring pattern, established creators throwing shots at newer, faster-growing groups. The argument there was simple. The Core Boys are currently one of the most dominant forces in streaming, and criticism like this comes with that territory. Others went even further, dismissing the claims entirely. They argued there's no real evidence behind accusations like view botting, and that calling it out publicly without proof just looks like clout chasing or trying to stay relevant through controversy. Not everyone was defending the Core Boys. There were also voices agreeing with the concern, not necessarily confirming anything, but pointing out that viewership across streaming platforms has always been a grey area. Some argued that artificial inflation does exist in the industry, and that questioning it shouldn't automatically be dismissed, especially when numbers don't seem to match engagement. Then there was a third angle, people focusing less on the accusation itself and more on the situation as a whole. They questioned the optics of spending tens of millions on content houses, debating whether it's smart business or just unnecessary flexing for content. After Sodapoppin's response, this situation didn't just stop with Sodapoppin's comments, because shortly after those clips started circulating, stable Ronaldo stepped in. After hearing Sodapoppin question the legitimacy of viewership around the Core Boys, Ronaldo pushed back in the following clip.
You don't think these young boys have something to offer?
No.
You know what? I've got to take that people might not be ready for. I feel like there's a little bit of truth in this, them saying this, and a cover-up is pretending to be sarcastic when they deep down think about it. You can call me crazy. I'm just being honest with you. I just feel like it's like a loophole, because if I react to it and say something, then they're like, oh, we were being sarcastic. But then if I react to it and they really mean it, it's like, oh, why you... There's like, it's like a loophole that they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you think that I Viewbot, you can go through every type of analytic on me, any type of services you can check on me, any type of anything. I showed my revenue. I showed everything. I've noticed, though, when my views are up, people say I'm botting. When my views are low, they say I fell off. So what is the in the middle?
I think some of them
they have something to offer, yeah. Some of them are pretty funny, but Viewbot, half of them, at least.
I mean,
half of them. There's 6. That's probably 3.
That's probably 3.
Listen, we can't even point the finger, bro.
Bro, is this OTK or no?
Once Ronaldo's response started spreading, the conversation shifted again, and the community reaction came in fast. A large portion of people sided with Ronaldo and the newer generation of streamers. They argued this is exactly what happens every time a new wave of creators starts outperforming the old guard. The moment someone pulls bigger numbers, accusations start flying, especially from established names who aren't hitting those same peaks anymore. Some took it even further, claiming that this isn't really about evidence at all, it's about relevance. They pointed to Ronaldo publicly showing revenue and stats as proof that his growth is legitimate, saying if anything was actually wrong, Twitch would have stepped in already. Others framed it as a generational shift. To them, creators like Ronaldo and the Core Boys represent a new style of content that's simply outperforming older formats, and criticism like this is just resistance to that change. It starts with a conversation that's been bubbling under the surface of the streaming world for a while, viewbotting. Then it gets brought up again, this time involving Soda and the wider discussion around Core and different creators. That's where xQc steps in. Instead of leaning into the accusations or adding fuel to it, he takes a different angle, sharing in the following.
Well, I mean, OTK, guys, listen, I can't, I'm not.
Are you doing the bro versus bro or not?
Okay, listen, jokes about botting is funny, right? But it's a little bit of a Spider-Man memento. in that sense. Not Soda, of course, but I'm just saying. It's why Soda, I think, never wanted to be in an org in the first place. Is that I don't think he wants to be repped by others and all that. He wants to be. Oh, he said that. Oh, I don't listen. Guys, I listen to the first few words and then I make a rage bait take in my head. I don't listen to the truth. Basically, here's how it works. He's doing his thing, right? Where it's like, oh, they're doing the sarcasm, and if not, they can back out of it. Yeah, I agree. And then at the same time, if somebody says, oh, I think people will view bot, and they go, name a name, and somebody names a name, and then it's like, well, you can't prove it. You can't. Like, it's why the topic just sucks. I genuinely wish that people, one, stop viewbotting, but two, like, overall, if we're not gonna address the actual problems, then nobody should talk about it, because people are irresponsible when they don't know shit. Like a lot of the shit that me and Train have said in the past, it was researched for sometimes years. But this is some research shit. It's not just some, and a lot of times we're not even saying 1/4 of the thing that we know bro, we just don't, because it's weird. And if you're the guy who goes into somebody else, you're the one that's gonna yo, why are you doing this? Why are you snitching? Why like you're always the bad guy.
On one side, you've got people echoing the accusations more aggressively. Some comments flat out claim certain streamers bot viewership every stream, throwing out numbers like it's common knowledge. There's no proof attached, just confidence, which ironically proves part of xQc's point about how easily people make these claims. Then there's another group that takes it even further, arguing that the problem isn't just individuals, it's entire circles or organizations. They're calling out what they see as hypocrisy, saying that when certain figures speak on viewbotting, they ignore their own friends or groups. To them, it's not just about bots, it's about selective accountability. But on the flip side, there are people pushing back hard against that mindset. They argue that even if viewbotting exists, it should be talked about, because staying silent allows it to shape the industry unchecked. One comment paints a bigger picture, saying if nobody calls it out, you risk a future where audiences, especially younger viewers, end up idolizing creators who may not have grown organically. Tron's stream starts to lag after attempting to sing Payphone with Maya.
All those fairy tales are full of
One more fucking love song, I'll be sick. Now I'm at the pay. Yeah, I'm low key. Hold on.
you. Turned your back on tomorrow. You forgot yesterday. Give you my love.
Wait, did I make it F by singing?
Agent never doing collabs again after this.
675. Did you say 675? Yes! Yeah. Oh my god.
Yep. Card. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Look, guys. It's your lucky. You got the blessed cotton candy.
Oh my god, look at this. Strawberry lemonade. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. Yo, if you ever do that again, I will throw you in.